Welcome to KWFit. I'm Ken. This video is part of the Fit1Too workout program. Coming up next, I'm going to take you through the moves you need to know for Circuit 3 using resistance bands. So Circuit 3 is similar to Circuit 1 and Circuit 2 in that we have 6 moves and we're trying to complete 4 rounds within 30 minutes. The difference here is that instead of being in the 12 to 15 rep range, we're now moving to the 8 to 12 rep range. That means that if you can do more than 12 reps of a particular move, you need to increase your weight. If you can't get to 8 reps of a particular move, then you need to decrease your weight until you get into that 8 to 12 range. Okay, let's get on with the moves. First up for this workout, we got pull-ups or lat pull-downs. If you have access to a pull-up bar, these are just going to be standard pull-ups, okay? Palms are facing away from you. You're going to come down as low as you can, bring your body up, and then back down again. If you need some help, you can put a chair underneath you and use one of your legs to kind of help get you up to the top. Now, don't let your legs do all the work. It's there just to guide you so that you can get enough strength built up over time to be able to do a pull-up on your own. Now, if you're using resistance bands, you can take the bands and use the door anchor that comes with them. Make sure you read the instructions with the manufacturer wherever you bought your bands, and anchor the band up to the top of the door. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to use my pull-up bar here so you can see me better. And what you're going to do is you're going to come down on your knees like this, and you're just going to pull the bands down into your chest, keeping your back nice and straight, and then let them out again. So pull down into the chest like that, and then bring the arms out straight. Now, if you don't have resistance bands or a pull-up bar, something else you can do is grab your towel. If you're on a hardwood floor, if you're on carpet, you can use a plate, preferably a paper plate or a plastic plate. You don't want to use any type of ceramic plate or anything like that. So you're going to come down on your knees like this, bring your arms up as high as you can, and pull yourself across the floor so that your hands are now equal to your shoulders. And you're going to push yourself back and then bring yourself forward again. You'll be surprised at just how tough this movement is because you have the friction of the floor preventing you from bringing your knees up towards your hands. So those are a few different options that you can do for pull-ups or lat pull-downs. Next up, we have shoulder presses. Now, to set this up, I'm going to get into that lunge position, and I'm going to bring my arms up. I got a 90-degree angle here in my elbows, and I'm going to just go ahead and bring my arms back as far as I possibly can. Now, notice as I do this, my shoulders are starting to bulge up here. Now, I don't want this for this exercise, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to hold my fingers here so you can see as an example what's going to happen. As I bring my elbow forward toward the wall in front of me, notice how my shoulder just dropped right into place. Okay, so get up. Get your arms back as far as you possibly can right here. Feel that bulge right there in your shoulder, and then start bringing your elbows forward until you feel your shoulders drop into place. This is the starting position for doing a shoulder press, okay? Your hands should be out slightly in front of your shoulder, not back here, equal to your ears. From here, you're going to press up, and you're not going to lock out your elbows, all right? The moment you lock out your elbows, you've engaged your tricep, and if you start bringing your arms up over your head, like I see people do in the gym all the time, what you're doing now is you're transferring that weight through your skeletal structure, and it's no longer incorporating your deltoid in this movement. So there's no reason to bring your hands up over your head. Also, when you do this, you're creating impingement here in your shoulders. So if you got rotator cuff issues like I have, this is a really bad position for me to be in. So I want to keep my arms out here so I keep this joint nice and open. Plus, gravity is going to work more on that weight when I have it out here because I got to fight to keep my arms up, and it's going to be trying to get my arms to come down. So I need to fight against gravity to keep my arms up here. If I've got a resistance band and it's going around my back foot, that band's going to try to pull my arms back this way, and I have to fight to keep it up. So it's constantly keeping stress on the deltoid, which is what I want. Now, when we come back down to start the movement again, you really don't want to go any lower than this. I see a lot of people in the gym coming all the way down here as well. And when you do this, again, you're giving your deltoid a break, and you're transferring that weight onto your skeletal structure, into your elbow and into your shoulder, pulling it down here versus your deltoid actually being engaged. So keep your arms up here. It'll keep your deltoid engaged throughout the entire motion, and then bring it up. Don't lock out your elbows, and then back down again. So it's a relatively short motion. All right, the range of motion is just about this far. and that's it. And you're really going to notice it in the shoulders because you're constantly keeping tension on those deltoids as they're working through the movement. All right, now that we have the mechanics out of the way, let's add some weight to it. So I'm going to take the resistance band and I'm going to put it underneath my back foot. I'm going to step forward into that lunge position. I'm going to bring my arms up into place like we just discussed. My hands are out slightly in front of my shoulders. From here, I'm pressing up, not locking out my elbows, and then coming back down again, keeping that stress on the deltoids. I don't want to come all the way down here and give them a break. I'm going to come right to here and stop and then start my motion back up again. So it's down to here and then back up. Breathe out as you're pressing up. Breathe in as your arms come back down. So it's just like this. And then when you're done, make sure you bring the bands all the way down before you step off of it. Just like the other exercises, anytime we're in that lunge position, I start off with my right foot forward. Next round, I'm going to have my left foot forward. I'm going to alternate between rounds. Next up, we have hammer curls, and I like to take the handles off the bands for this one. I'm going to grab the band right here, right underneath that strap on either side, just like you're hanging onto a hammer, like that. And I'm going to put it underneath both feet. And my feet are going to be about shoulder width apart. I'm going to have a slight bend in my knees. I'm going to come up nice and straight. My elbows are in next to my sides. And from here, I'm just going to bring my thumbs up to my shoulders like this and then back down again. So the whole time, my palms are facing each other throughout this movement. Now, make sure you control the band on the way down. Don't let the band just snap your arms back down to the starting position, okay? Come up controlled and bring it down controlled. Once you've done the number of reps you need to do, bring the bands down and then step off just like that. Next up, we have tricep extensions, and we're going to do it a little bit differently than the way we did it in the previous circuit. I'm going to go ahead and put the band under my back foot, come into that lunge position, and I notice I've got handles on both hands. I'm going to bring my arms up like so, elbows are facing forward, and from here, I'm going to extend up and then back down again. Now, you may have to go down to a lighter band than what you were doing with the single tricep extensions because you've got more resistance now on that band when you're working both arms at the same time. That band's tighter at the beginning of the rep than what it was when you're working one arm at a time. So you're just going to come up like this and then back down again. Now, once you've done the number of reps you need to do, bring the bands down and then step off of it like so. Alternate which leg is in front each round you do this exercise. Next up, we have split squats. So I'm going to start with my left leg forward like this. My left leg's going to be bent, my right leg's going to be kind of straight behind me. And all I'm going to do now is just bring my body down as low as I can, like so. Now notice I got about a 90-degree angle here in my front leg, and my back knee is bent as well. And I'm going to come back up into an upright position. Now the difference here between a split squat and a lunge is that with a lunge, I would come forward and I would straighten out my legs. Now basically I've taken the stress off the muscles in my legs so that they have a chance to have a break, and then I might switch legs or I might do the same leg again. With the split squat, when you come up, notice that my front knee is still bent, okay? So it's still flexed and it's still maintaining the majority of my weight as I go through this movement. It doesn't get a break when I do this. Now, I see some people doing split squats and they come up and they lock out that knee. Now, notice how my front leg is now locked out. This isn't the move. This isn't the point of the split squat. The split squat is to make sure that you keep tension on this front leg throughout the entire movement, all right, for the number of reps that you need to do. So first, start off with body weight. Try to get into that rep range that you need to get into. And then once you've maxed out your rep range, you can make it a little bit harder by doing a Bulgarian split squat. And basically all that means is you're going to take one leg, stick it on a bench like so, and come down, basically doing the same movement. Keep your back nice and straight, shoulders are down. And when you come up, don't lock out that front knee. Keep it slightly flexed so that those muscles have to stay activated throughout the entire course of the movement. Another way you can make this harder is to take your resistance band and put it underneath that front foot. And just like we did with the reverse lunge, you're going to bring the band up, kind of like at the top of a bicep curl here. You're going to come back, bring that into that lunge position, lower yourself down, and then back up again. Remember, don't lock out that front leg when you come up and let it do a majority of the work. So you're going to do the number of reps you need to do with the left leg, and then you're going to switch it out like so, and do the right leg. Bring the bands up, bring that left leg behind you, come down, and then up. Don't lock out that front knee, just like that. Okay, that's how to do a split squat using resistance bands. Next up, we have diamond push-ups. And the reason why they call it a diamond push-up is because you're gonna make a diamond with your hand. Your fingers and your thumbs are gonna touch just like that. And you're gonna come down in that bottom part of the push-up, and you're gonna bring this diamond right into your chest and then push back up again. So if you're doing it on your knees, it's gonna look something like this. Go ahead and make that diamond. You're gonna be on your knees, bring it down into your chest, like so, and then press back up again. Remember, as you go down, your butt should be going down with you. Don't bend at your waist, and then press back up like so. To make it a little bit harder, you can come up here on your toes, same motion. You're gonna come down, bring that diamond down into your chest, and then push it back up again. Bring it down, right in your chest, push it back up, just like that. Now, if you need to, grab the backpack, put some weight in it so you can get into that rep range that you need to be into. Okay, those are the moves you're gonna need for circuit 3. Now, don't worry about it if you don't make it through all 4 rounds within 30 minutes. The main thing is that you track everything in that workout guide, and then the next time you do this workout, you try to improve just a little bit. Whether that's adding more rounds, more reps, a little bit more weight, whatever it is, you just want those little bits of improvement each time you do the workout. Hey, if you're liking these workouts, let us know about it. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, connect with us on Facebook, but give us some feedback and let us know how things are going for you. It's time for you to get on to the workout. I'll see you next time.